Hello. Welcome to another live stream by Oatmeal Joey Arnold. And this is going to create another transcript. And so if you're reading this later on from a transcript on YouTube, I just want to say, hey, this is a transcript. It's probably going to have typos, man. It's probably going to have problems, man. It's probably going to have a lot of problems, man. If you're reading this right now, remember there's a lot of typos and many problems as usual because it happens to the best of us and to the worst of us and even to me, even to you, to a lot of us, and even to me. I find typos and problems and uh, all sorts of things. Whoa. Wow. Wow. What's going on here? Happy August 2026. Uh, you want me to say hello to somebody with a weird name? What kind of name is that? Is that part one of those countries in Europe and part a Japanese name? Huh. It's interesting. So I've had a lot of thoughts. I thought I've been thinking about stuff and I've been working on my I was just putting out my what did I put out? My oatmeal daily and then my oatmeal monthly. But I have two oatmeal monthlies now. I split it into two. I decided a while back to do that, and I was looking at the outline for those things, for those articles, those thingamabobbers, and especially like the monthlies, the yearlies, and the annuals, or not the annual. What am I saying? The decade review. I was looking at that too. I was like, oh man. Let's see. Where was I? I gotta upload. I gotta publish the other one. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. There was a few things I wanted to read. I'm not sure if I should. I was thinking of reading some of those outlines, and also a thing that I wrote today, earlier today, or yesterday, for my goddamn low outros log. I have a log. Created a log about a month ago. Created a brand new log. I'm always creating new logs, text files for outlining and blogging, logging, journaling. Of course, that's what I would do. That's what I would do, of course. That's what I do. You know that's what I do. One of the things I was talking to somebody about. What was I talking about? What were we talking about? I'm trying to remember what we were talking about. About how sometimes people they come my direction because they think whatever they think about me, and they think they can manipulate me or whatever. And then when they find out they can't, they leave because they're like, what's the point? What's the point? This old unk is very boring. Very boring. And yeah, I was thinking about that. I didn't want to get into it right now. I wanted to think about it. I wanted to get into it. Think about it. I don't need to think about it. No, I do. No, I don't. I don't know. But I mean, I do know. I think I know. But what was I gonna say? Oh man, I'm losing it. What was I gonna say? Oh man. This is a problem when I'm trying to juggle 5 things at the same time in my brain. 5 things. 5 things at the same time. Okay, so I should focus on this. Let's see. Monthly outline. No, I think I know what I was gonna say, but right now I'm gonna focus on. Wait a minute. What am I gonna do? Ooh, wait a minute. Wow. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh yeah, that one. Okie dokie. Clubbing oatmeal. We get a lot of trolls on TikTok nowadays, but they're the more they're like the robot kind. They're very robotic, very boring, very predictable. They have the one-liner thing. They all say the same thing, and that's all they do. It's kind of boring, but oh well. Oh well. I guess that's what you get. That's what you got. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see. Oh my. What was that? What was that? Lucky? I was watching Lucky. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. What is that? Oh yeah, I remember that. I'll remember that. I love, like, I kind of love, not really, but sort of like love, like, looking at stuff and talking about stuff, and then people don't even know what I'm talking about. But I think some people don't care. They don't care. So what's the point? I'm joking. Am I? I am. I think I am. Oh my. I am doing better than yesterday. Yesterday I was a little bit under the weather the last 2 or 3 days, and now I'm doing a little bit better, man. Doing a little bit better, man. Yes, I'm doing a little bit better. That's right. Do a little bit better, man. I am. It's true. It's a true story. I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I'm doing better than before. Yeah. I'm doing better than before. I'm doing better, oh, better. I'm doing better. I'm doing better than before. I'm doing better than before. Good thing I don't live in, let me not say where, because I don't want to get banned. I'm not gonna say, guys, listen, in case the AI's listening, I did not say Morocco. Thank you. Good night, everybody. I'm not gonna say that again. It's not a bad word, it's just a country, right? And I'm not saying anything about it because I already wrote about it on my Twitter X. You ever been on Twitter and Facebook too, and on my daily blog. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it on YouTube and TikTok. You guys are, a lot of you guys live under a rock. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, some people might be talking about it on TikTok, and then I feel like it's not fair because if I talk about it, am I gonna get banned? Am I gonna get banned? Are they gonna let me talk about it? Am I gonna get banned? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They don't tell me. The thing is, you just don't know. It's a rock, paper, scissor, TikTok, and YouTube, and Instagram. Oh man. Oh man, don't get me started. 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 Da 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 da. Don't get me started. Da ba ba. Don't get me started. Da 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 da. Don't get me started. 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 Da da da. Don't get me started. Da 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 da. Don't get me started. Ba ba ma. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Da da da. Don't get me started. Da ba ba da ba ba da. Don't get me started. Da na 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 na. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Get me started. Look at all this stuff to know. Can you see what I'm doing? It's. I just posted it on my my daily blog. My daily blog, my syndicated daily blog journal on Hive Blog and Steemit and everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Wow, look at that. Oh, that's me. Wow. Didn't even recognize. I'm joking. Totally recognized. How could I not? How could I not? Beat up a boo boo, ba 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 doo boo boo. Beep ba ba boo boo da ba 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 doo boo boo doo. Beep ba ba doo boo. Ba 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 doo. Got it published. Wow. I think I'm all ready to go. Ready for the next thing. Okie dokie. Oh my. The first day. It's Saturday, the first day of August 2026. Here I am, rocking like a hurricane. Here I am, rocking like a hurricane. Ah! Here I am, rocking like a hurricane. Yeah! Hakdua, get out of my face. Here I am, rocking like a hurricane. Yeah, da, da, da. Here I am, rocking like a hurricane. How about that? That look believable to you? Did it look like I was going crazy? You probably still think I'm going crazy all the time. You probably do. And there's nothing I can do to stop that. Stop what you're thinking. If I tell you to stop what you're thinking, you're gonna think it double. 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 Double mint gum? Wait, do they have something called double mint gum? What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? Why am I hungry? I can't That there must be something wrong. Now I have to drink extra tea. Extra tea. Extra tea. That's right. Okay. Where was I? Getting distracted. Extra tea. You ready for some extra tea? Extra tea. Where was I? Oh, there I am. I found myself. Okay. Alright. Got it. I got all the information for that for now. July. Wow. Okay, so go on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Okay, do I want to share my screen on YouTube? Let me think about it. A little bit tired, so maybe I don't want to do a deep dive. I always want to do deep dives, but by the time I get around to doing it, I'm about to hit the hay. Don't you come back no more. Oh, what is that? Avant-garde? Avant-garde? How do I say avant-garde? I've heard people talk about it. Avant-garde. Garde? I'm saying it wrong. I know I'm saying it wrong. I swear I'm saying it wrong, but who is that? Emu? Is that Emu? Is that the Emu? Is that somebody on the band? The legendary, what is it? Korean or Japanese? Or is it Chinese? I wouldn't know. Hey, that's racist. Shut up. I can say what I want. Nah, that's racist. Shut up. I don't care. Whoa. I'm joking. I do care. Oh, maybe I might want to read something quickly. Yeah, I'm thinking about reading something. Something that I wrote for Friday, the 31st of July, 2026. I wrote a little bit of something. I think I'm gonna. Let me think about this. Yeah, let's see. What do I call it? What am I gonna call it? Does oatmeal work? Question mark. Okay, I'm probably going to talk about this really briefly. I'm probably going to try to share my screen, and there will be a transcript that YouTube creates. YouTube will try to create subtitles or closed captioning or a transcript of the words as usual, and is already doing it right now. I will say a few things. I will try to read from what I wrote. It's based on some stuff. The following is probably gonna be a little bit inaccurate, or possibly very, 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 very inaccurate, as usual, with a lot of the stuff that I put out, because a lot of reasons. We don't have time to talk about it, but I'm just gonna quickly read through it, and you're probably not gonna be able to understand, because sometimes I don't even understand what I'm saying, and sometimes I don't really explain what I'm talking about. I don't really explain what I'm saying. I don't really pronunciate my words. Enunciate my words. Sometimes I'm just slurring and blurring. Slurring and blurring at the same time. Sometimes I don't even know where I am. Oh man. Oh man. And if you don't already know, a lot of people don't want to look me up. Whoa. Wow. What are people saying on TikTok? I don't know. I'm looking at it, but I don't think they're real comments. I'm not really. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. I really don't know. It's a black screen now. Wow. There I am. Let's see. Let me do this now. What are you doing? I'm trying to find your soul. Yes, I want to find your soul. Let's make it work. Oh, wait a minute. Is this even readable? Uh-oh. I don't know. It might be readable. Maybe a little bit. How about that? Okay, I'm gonna hide my face for a moment. I'm gonna quickly go through what I was writing about today, and there I am running or something. So scrolling down, this is for the goddamn trolls log. What does it look like? Yo, what's up? Says who said that? Danny and Cherry. Hello. So back to YouTube. Is that working? Let's see. What is it? Okay, so I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna try to read some of this. It just goes on and on, Chris. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. It's probably not gonna be very good, and it's not complete, and I probably shouldn't be reading this for lots of reasons. Not that I don't want to, and not that I shouldn't ever read it someday. I'm tripping over my words already, but I'm gonna try to read this. Okay, so it says you have to go on YouTube because I'm live streaming on YouTube. So it says no work ? And this is for the trolls log, and I'm gonna try to read this really quickly. Why did I wrote this on Twitter too. Yesterday. Why do you say I don't work, don't make money, and do get money from the government? For many, many years, people like the Discord, Face, Flopper, Maya, R5D4, Little Cow, trolls, haters, say those types of things as documented on the internet by me and possibly others for years, for decades, or longer. Who knows? What is crazy is there is no evidence for their allegations and the excuse me the goddamn oatmeal fake news that we have talked about. That probably started at least by 2009. What? 2009 or longer on the internet, if not earlier, meaning over 17 years of drama, of stuff going back and forth between me and thousands of people all over the world wide web and everywhere else on all of the social media networks, websites, forums, email, phone apps, video platforms, and more. Some people can assume that some people simply get money from the government. That might be true for some people sometimes. However, people pay some, if not all of that, into the government in some cases. At the very least, some people believe that is a normal thing to do. I disagree with sending excessive amounts of money to the goddamn IRS for taxes. Truth is, I've been working since 94. Multiple states and countries, 32 plus years, the past 32 plus years, born in 85 in Oregon and in ghetto, been online since 95, making videos since 96, been thinking about travel since 93, then wait a minute, been thinking about thinking since '92. I worked many jobs during my life, which includes landscaping, yard work, maintenance, housekeeping, laundry, food prep, bakery, dishwasher, work, church camp, work, children ministry, team work with the CMD. John Brown, Mr. John Brown worked for him on the East Coast, multiple states all over around New York from 2004 to 2006. Documented man, wait staff work, camp counseling, with the Word of Life camps, and Salvation Army too. Salvation Army Revolution Hawaii missionary work, free Greek geek. What did I say? Free geek computer assembly work at the Word of Life Inn, work at the Kells Irish Restaurant, Daniel A. Grau Elementary After School work, Mia Omnia social media, website design work. Whoa. Hack to everybody. Vietnam English work was continues to this day remotely. Labor jobs to this day varies. Yard work, housekeeping, farming, gardening, land clearing, cutting down trees, fire tending, wood stove, build a chicken house, book shed, basketball hoop on a wall in a garage, assistant youth pastor work since 2009 into the present, writing jobs, video gigs, content creating jobs, tech related jobs, and list goes on and on. I'm not here to outline my resume, my job resume, work history, educational history, my vocational history, my references, and everything else, even as some of those details already mentioned many times. Many times! For decades on all the websites. I'm simply saying that I turned 41 years old this current year. I'm doing 26 and I've been working various jobs, many places, many different places since at least 1994 or longer, meaning the last 32 plus years. Documented and archived many times on all the websites. And you can fact check this, but you probably won't. Which is kind of funny, but not funny at all. Not funny at all, but you can totally fact check all this and more, but you won't. Ha ha! But you won't because you don't want to. But full-time various jobs on and off, or sometimes ongoing, long-term, depending on the thing and depending on the year and even into the present. But I do not always talk about everything because, you know, man, whatever happened to my personal life, I actually still have some, but some people would say otherwise. So I do stuff online, which causes trolls to say do not work because they're trying to fool people into thinking I do not work all of the time, even as I do now. For the record, I'm not always trying to say that I was perfect because I'm not perfect. Let beep bop doo boo, yeah. At all my jobs or any of my jobs all of the time. I'm human. I make mistakes sometimes. I fail many times, but sometimes I do a good job. I've been open and transparent many times talking about all of that. Unlike some people, I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now for the record. This is just an incomplete outline about my work history. For the record, I might not always get paid for everything that I do immediately all the time. I did get some money from the government a long time ago because I got food stamps and unemployment benefits in 2009. But that was a long time ago, so I'm not here to talk about that really, but I'm saying like that happened a long time ago. But I do work now. Not that it matters, but I mean it does, but it doesn't, you know what I mean? So it's a long story, but you know, a lot of things going on, and though some people will say I'm very disabled, that's fake news. People like Maya loves to say that I don't work. That's not true, but they say it in an attempt to stir me emotionally and to stir people away from me. Say, for example, among other things, these tactics are normal. It's normal. Those goddamn tactics and stuff is normal. Those things are normal for trolls to utilize. Utilize, word of the day. Utilize is not really personal as they do these types of cyberbullying to people all around the world without ranting for thousands of hours like I usually do and haven't yet done about my trolls and everything else, especially since you might say I talk about my trolls all day, every day for thousands of hours for decades now. It's suffice to say they feel better about themselves when they find ways to put others down. Some might actually have God complexes or a false conviction where they believe they are the world of Writing the world? Wait a minute. Ridding the world. Ah, man, I even wrote this. I wrote this and I couldn't even remember what I wrote. Ridding the world of bad people. Ah, really? They believe on local like Jan, Daniel Larson, the JFK Cobra, and other people do. The truth is, if I am one, then everyone is. Everyone is, because we all laugh at each other and at ourselves too. They watered down the definition. They redefined the term locale so widely as to cast a net on all of humanity. Wow, but true. Wow, but it's true. Oh, and also, without ranting forever about my work history and life in general, let's just say that I work and I'm working. I have, and have had many jobs. What? Like I said, I got some food stamps in the past. Right now, I don't get food stamps. I haven't had any in so many years. I work and I make money. I work for different people. These are the facts. But if Maya has a problem with people getting money from the government, which I don't, then Maya should be against taxes and other forms of giving government too much money and stuff. I want government to get smaller. I have been trying for decades to talk about trolls, work, government, volunteering work, missionary work, farming, life, the Amish, living off the grid, caring for the widows, multitasking, working freelance, working as a free agent, working as a content creator, making money on YouTube, making money on TikTok, making money on Nextdoor, teaching English online, making money writing, bartering, and the list goes on and on. Trolls do not care about this, no matter how much I say. Trolls will ignore all of this and more. Trolls will ignore the context and the details. Because trolls may have tunnel vision and may be on a mission to destroy everything around them and stuff. But I will continue talking about all of this, about everything and stuff forever and ever and ever and ever. It's a song that never ends. It just goes on and on. My friend. My friend. My friend. My friend. My friend. Oh my. My friend. 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 So trolls may have tunnel vision and maybe on a mission trip. A mission trip? Nah, not a real mission trip. Wait, what kind of mission trip? Mission trip with the devil? Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I did not write that. Who wrote that? Nobody wrote it. Wait a minute. But I will continue talking about everything and stuff forever. I'm putting this on entry. Oh, jeez. Entry into my trolls log for the goddamn history books, the record, the archives, and so on and so forth. My name is Oatmeal Joey Arnold. My username online is usually Joey Arnold. VN for Vietnam. VN. Joey Arnold VN. And you can find me on thousands of websites. Trolls conflate what I have said and done, and so on and so forth. Trolls know that many people will not study me. You know what I'm saying? So trolls know that many will not study me, which means trolls can get away with lying about me because many people will not even try to fact check or in fact investigate allegations independently. Instead, people choose to take things face value from the tip of the iceberg, ignoring context and character and content and course and everything else because most people lack critical thinking skills and an attention span, a desire to move past symptoms to address root issues. They don't believe in absolute truth of eternal, universal, fundamental morality. They just want something to complain about. They want to blame problems on other people, on somebody. They're insecure. Ooh, I remember when I called somebody insecure, and then I got reprimanded by Professor X. No, it wasn't Professor X at ABC. What was his real name? Oh man, he was just like going around in a wheelchair, just like Professor X. Wow. They're insecure, they're fatalistic, and or the list goes on and on. The internet and the world is full of haters and trolls and so on. It's like weeds in a garden. It's like rain coming out of the rain clouds. Don't be surprised when they come. It's more a question of will you be crying or dancing in the goddamn rain? Ba-da-ba-doo-be da-ba-doo-ba-dee-da-na-dee-doo. Da-da-na-na-na-na-do-do-do da-da-da-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's the end of that little thing in a bobber. And as usual, you have on YouTube people in the steeple saying, what do you do for work? Ooh, the same question, or not the same question. And that's personal. You think I don't have a personal life? You're the same person who's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't talk about your personal life on the internet. And now you're like, wait a minute, no, I'm just kidding. Tell me all about your personal life, man. Tell me all about your personal life. And I'm like, trying to tell you about my personal life. And you're like, what are you? Anyways, there's a lot of people. And whether somebody is a troll or not, it's always going to be debatable. And whether or not people are working or not working, that's debatable too. And then like I just said in what I was reading, there's a lot of stuff that you got to think about because people don't have to work. I do, but why not just barter with people? Why not just live on a farm? Like, why not be the Amish? Like, do you go to the Amish people and say, hey Amish people, why don't you work? Why don't you work, the Amish people? Why don't you work, Amish people? You don't say that to the Amish people. But, if you think about it, I think that I might have to ban some of the trolls. I think that there are a lot of trolls in my chat on TikTok and on YouTube. And I feel like I'm that close to banning everybody. But, Mr. Bond says, yeah, what he said. But, anyways, I'm sort of like ranting. And I know that, it's probably unwatchable. This live stream is probably really, really unwatchable, but I'm still doing it. Anyways, I'm still doing it. Still doing it. And you got to think about this. So you're misunderstanding what I'm trying to say. The heart of what I'm trying to say. I mean, what's your definition of work? Think about that. I mean, it should be self-explanatory. Very explanatory. Ooh, do I need to ban everybody? Wow. But yeah, do I need to take my time to explain life to people? I feel like at this moment there might be a lot of goddamn trolls watching me right now. That might be true. Now they might say, I'm not a troll. Some of the people watching me right now might be like, we're not trolls. Swear, we're not trolls. We're not trolls. But anyways, think about this. How much time do I want to spend talking about this? Because for the most part, this is a waste of time. This is a waste of time. So, okay, so right now I'm reading trying to read some of the live comments. I got live comments on TikTok and YouTube. On YouTube, there's an account on People in the Steeple who sounds just like Flopper and Maya and Fish and R5D4. Now, are they the same person? Could be. And you know, there is a possibility. Is it coincidental? You know, could it be coincidental? Could be. There's a high probability that it is the same person. Obsessed with this for whatever the reason. It's very weird, but I'm sort of like in this situation. How do I explain this situation? This is a live stream, and so People says on YouTube, why do you need to ban me, man? What have I done? End quote. End quote. And it's very simple. It's very simple. If you think about it. Very simple. Very, very simple. But I'm thinking to myself, talking about this stuff is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Because people don't really care. They don't really care. They don't really, really, really care. They're not really, really, really listening. So, why do I bother? Why do I bother? But there's always a reason why I do what I do. There's always a reason why I try to do what I do, including all of this, whatever this is. Actually, I was planning on just going live and not saying anything. That's what I was planning on doing, because I'm still in this phase where I'm like unofficially streaming, so to speak. Because I don't really feel like actually streaming. So I'm like not streaming, but I'm streaming, but I'm not really streaming. I can't tell, it's very difficult to know if somebody's asking a real question or not. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. How do I know if it's a real question? How do I know if it's a real question? How do I know it's a real question? How do I know? Oh, it's a real question. How do I know? How do I know? How do I know? I know that if I saw myself in a live stream, I'd be like, "Oh man, who is that? Who's that Eggman? Who is that Eggman? I don't want to watch that guy. I would probably not watch my own live stream." Um. So if you really want to know what I do, it's a long story because I'm doing multiple things, and I already referenced some of it today, and I referenced some of it before. And also, I have a private life, and some people are like, "Hey, man, you should have a private life. You should have a goddamn private life." But then they're like, "Oh, tell me everything," and then they're like, "Why do you tell me everything? You're so stupid. You tell me everything. Why don't you just keep it a secret?" Oh, now you're keeping secret. Now you gotta tell me everything. Oh no, no, now you gotta keep it a secret. No, tell me everything. Nah, keep it a secret. Nah, and it's literally like sometimes, over the years, it's the same person saying totally opposite stuff simultaneously sometimes, being totally bipolar. Oh man, totally bipolar. All you gotta do is watch this stream from the beginning or Google me, and you can probably figure out all of the many, many, many things that I've done. And I just went on a little bit of a rant today, talking about some of it, not all of it, but some of it, about the stuff that I do, the goddamn work that I do, and all this stuff. And I'm not trying to say that I'm really good at it, but I'm saying that I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I do a lot of work, and do a lot of things. And you gotta know that I do. And I do a lot of stuff, and I talk about all that stuff. For many, many years, I talk about that stuff. But you're not gonna believe me. Or you might be a troll. You might be something. Nobody knows. And nobody cares. Nobody remembers. And nobody knows. And so what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah. I gotta drink my tea. It's very difficult. Update manager? What? Already? I just got done uploading. Updating. What is this? Wow, what is that? Oh, is that a video program that I had? FFmpeg? Similar to DD Rescue. Yup. Boo ba boo doo boo boo be doo be doo be doo ba 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 doo boo boo ba 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 be doo be doo be doo. I do want to ban everybody because it's like, what's the point of streaming to fake people? People who are up to no good. People who are destructive. What's the point? What's the point? There would be a point if I had a really big platform, if I had a really big voice, then things might be a little bit different. But at the moment, it's probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not, if you know what I mean. It probably not. It probably not. Ooh. You think I'm agitated? Wow. Why would you say that? Ooh. I'm very normal. I'm very normal. Man. Very normal. Ooh. We're literally singing a song and I'm smiling. You're like, almost acting like a troll. If I didn't know any better, I'd be like, "Are you a troll?" If I didn't know any better, maybe I do know better, maybe I don't. But if I, hypothetically speaking, if I didn't know any better, I'd be like, wait a minute, are you a troll? Because I'm literally like having a good time, having a good time. Like anybody who knows anything would be, could be, should be like, yeah, I think that guy's having a good time. He's talking about stuff that's serious, and he's serious, but at the same time, he's having a good time. And what do you say? You say that if you want a big platform, you can't ban people. That's not true. That's not true. I don't know what you're talking about. It just sounds like you talk just like the Big Flopper. And there's no way for me to know, but you sound just like him, man. That's what I know. That's what I know. And that's what I think. That's what I think. You know? You're literally the only person that follows me. Why would there be, other people? You just seem a little bit upset. Wow. Really? And I wasn't upset yesterday? Truth is... No, wait, let me... Let's talk about that a little bit. Emotions of oatmeal. Yeah, I really do think you're a flopper. I mean, asking a question like, "Who the F is flopper?" I mean, it just seems like you really are a flopper. Oh man. There's no way that you're not a flopper. It's so pathetic. I mean, come on. But anyways, here's what I'm gonna say. The emotions of oatmeal has fluctuated, and sometimes it's bipolar, maybe a little bit, maybe extremely sometimes. But it's fluctuating sometimes. But what are the emotions of oatmeal, and can you see them? Because sometimes it's really difficult to know. Because why? Because sometimes oatmeal is a goddamn actor, and sometimes people don't know, is he acting, is he not acting, is he being sarcastic, is he being satirical, is he doing this, is he doing that, what is oatmeal doing? And sometimes you're just not gonna know, and the trolls are not gonna be honest about it. That reminds me of a Kanye West song. Why do you have to be so honest? Can you be so honest? Oh wait, is that the word, honest? So it's like, man, how's oatmeal doing? Is he upset? Is he happy? Is he sad? Is he angry? Is he aggravated? Is he terrified? Is he happy? Is he joyful? Yes, that's the answer, man. That's the answer. Ooh, ah. So, if you really want to know who the flopper is, it's just some random person. I don't know. I don't really know. But it's like anonymous accounts. Could be anybody. I already told you that, and you're still asking, which probably means that you are a flopper. Because, I mean, seriously, you're gonna forget that I already answered that question. Either you forgot, or you are a flopper. Because I already told you. Because you already asked me a few days ago. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Think about this. On YouTube, there's an account named People in the Steeple asking me who the F is the Big Flopper. And then I tried to tell that alleged account about Big Flopper a few days ago. And now today, he asked me the same question again. And I'm like, okay, let me tell you again. Did you forget? Or are you just pretending not to be the flopper? Wow. You changed the subject. Wow. Okay, wow, I need a second opinion. Wow. Do I ban the people in the steeple? High probability that people is flopper. And, I'm not sure. Still thinking about it. I know there's pros and cons. If I do it, if I don't do it. Pros and cons. Strategizing. So, anyways, back to what I was trying to talk about. Let's see. Emotions of oatmeal, people. And sometimes, I don't know, sometimes the emotions are there. Sometimes you could hear it. And sometimes it's inaccurate and misleading and stuff. A little bit. And it is what it is. And like sometimes when I look back at my stuff, I'm like, what in the world? People said, you said they were no one, and you keep calling me that. I still don't know who they really are. End quote. Okay, if you say so. But you heard what I said, and it's very self-explanatory, and it goes without saying if you think about it. If anybody really thought about it, it really goes without saying what I'm talking about is very self-explanatory. For those who know stuff, they would understand what I'm saying and wouldn't even have to say it in the first place. First off, just want to say my emotions are many, many things sometimes, and sometimes they're not, and sometimes it's very hard to know, and sometimes I don't even know what they are, maybe. Sometimes I'm watching my videos and I'm like, what in the world? Because sometimes I'm thinking to myself, I was not supposed to sound that way. And maybe I come across differently than what is inside my head. And I try to be aware of some of that stuff. And I think about that stuff. And maybe I should write about that. Because I know that sometimes I do come across wrong. Like I try to say stuff, I try to do stuff, and then people might not understand. They might not understand, which is normal. A lot of people run into these situations, but still, it's critical to be a little bit aware of that sometimes, and to try to work on it. It's good. It's good. I remember. Yeah, I remember. It's like I remember. Oh man, the tone of my voice. I think my voice box is broken right now. Again, for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I know why. Maybe I don't. But 2002, I started bringing my camcorder to school, to my high school, for the first time ever. To any school, really. Any school, as far as I know. And I would record people, and other people would record too. And then sometimes they were recording me, And then I would come home. I would try to copy it to another tape on a VCR. And I would watch myself a little bit. And I would be like, oh man, why are you smiling all the time? Oatmeal. I didn't call myself oatmeal back then, but I was not happy. I remember not being happy in 2002. Looking at myself and like this smiling, like bright smile. I mean, it could be a good thing, but I started thinking to myself. I started really thinking to myself, I'm gonna try not to smile all the time, because I was just naturally smiling, because I think I was just that kind of person. I don't know who to compare myself to. Mr. Rogers. I mean, some people smile. Some people, some people naturally smile, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. But for me, I probably don't have straight teeth, and so I was probably a little bit self-conscious and stuff, as you can imagine. And I didn't really want to smile all the time, because it's like, if I smile all the time, it's like, ooh, I don't want to see that. Like, who wants to see that? Does anybody want to see that? You smile all the time and your teeth are not straight. Man, I don't know about that. And right now, I got somebody on YouTube accusing me of things, which is bad, to accuse me of stuff. And they said that I got angry. And whether I'm angry or not is irrelevant. I mean, those are emotions. And emotions are not important. And they're multidimensional. They can be multidimensional. I mean, for some people they're not, obviously. Obviously they're not for some people, but they can be, and they should be, and they are definitely they are. Emotions are shadows in a way. They're there, but what's underneath is the real question. A lot of times people don't really try to think about that. They don't really try to think about what's underneath the emotions. And for a lot of people, it's nothing. Because a lot of times for people, they're driven somehow by their goddamn emotions. And that's not good. And that's the first step in living life, is either emotions. Obviously, your emotions, your feelings, and your gut is going to guide you for better and for worse. And that happens. Happens for everybody. For me, for you, for anybody, for everybody. But you have to be enlightened. You have to step away from the situation. You have to be able to escape your body, so to speak, and look at yourself from the outside and realize that your body is sort of like a puppet, and you have to decide, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? And if you really want to level up, you got to find a way to run your life from your goddamn spirit, from your soul, not from your emotions, but from your soul. You might use the emotions, but you don't let it grab the goddamn steering wheel. And you might be able to fool people, because they might think that you're angry or something. And whether or not you are, it's not relevant, because the only thing that matters is who is running your life, who is controlling your life. Is it Is it your emotions? Or is it your goddamn spirit? And I don't know who Flopper is. I don't know. I just know that Flopper is a person, supposedly, or it might be AI, but Flopper appears to be somebody who is obsessed with attacking me on Discord and is stuck on Discord and follows me and attacks me and appears to be some leftist person who says they're not a leftist person, but is obviously a leftist person. You like my philosophy on emotions, to understand your emotions, to control them, is a good take. I agree. And that's right. That's right. And so where was I? Do da ba ba boo ba 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 boo boo ba 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 boo 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 da ba ba ba. I'm not in the singing mode. Mood. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not in the singing mood at the moment. Oh man. Oh man. Is there something I could watch right now? I feel like I'm almost out of time. Almost out of time. Let me think about this. I'm not your boo boo. I'm not your boo boo. I'm rah rah roo roo. I'm not your boo boo. I'm rah rah roo roo. Do I need to watch another episode of Caleb? Caleb. Caleb, are you good? Caleb, are you good? Caleb, are you good? Can you read? I don't know, Caleb. I don't know what I'm allowed to read. I don't know what the rules are. It's the 1 year anniversary of what happened last year at this time on TikTok. We're not gonna talk about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it, alright? I'm not gonna talk about it. Trivia. The other guy who was not Tom Cruise on Top Gun was the guy that played Batman, Kilmer. Val Kilmer. Is that right? Val Kilmer. I think I said that right. Oh, I think I confuse I confuse Val Kilmer with a few other people. Similar actors, but they almost look identical. But they're not. Obviously, they're not. But Val Kilmer reminds me of, I want to say, Yellowstone, or not Yellowstone. The other one, the show that takes place in Texas, and it's about oil. Oil. What's that show? Oh man, I know this. It should be on. I don't. Without googling, can I remember? Of course, I can Google it, but Caleb, what kind of question? What kind of question? You want to know if I live in a care home? Ooh, in a care home. Care home with teddy bears and Care Bears. Do I get Care Bears? Why is my face so dark? That's so sad. My face is not that. I need to shave my beard. I'm so ugly with a half beard. Uh, so the question is about foul. The question is about foul, and you're asking about a third person. You are you asking about the first movie or the second movie? Probably the first. It sounds like you're talking about the first one, and it sounds like you're thinking about the a third character that did something in the first movie with Val. What are you thinking? Like he was in the jet with Val? Like if Val had two people, like he had another person in the jet. Is that what you're talking about, or is it something that happened during training or like walking around? I would have to watch the movie again because it's been a while. So I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sure. But let's see. Right now. I'm trying to think of. Let's see. What's the name of that movie with the oil? Uh, oil. Let's see. Oil. Ground. I want to say land. No. Land. Ground something. Land something. First movie. Uh. Oh yeah. Okay, so Tom was Maverick, and Val Kilmer had my nickname. Fun fact. That's interesting. Icebreaker. That's what people called, and that was my camp name, Icebreaker, in uh 2008 at Camp Corral. I was the Icebreaker, and it was probably might have been my username, and really cool because Mike Kurtz, he hired me, and he really enjoyed uh, Top Gun, and we worked at the camp together. He was my boss, and he was a Maverick, and that was his camp name, Maverick, and I was the Icebreaker. And there will be blood. Uh, yeah, I have not seen that. Sounds familiar. Must have been in the 1980s. Um, oh man, I want to try to remember that movie. Let me. I'm gonna have to Google it. Um, let's see. Show about oil. Landman. Oh man. Billy Bob Thornton. See, like, I'm thinking about the icebreaker. What did I say again? Val Kilmer. And he sort of reminds me of Billy Bob Thornton. Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton. Man. Oh man. When I was watching Landman, sometimes I'm like, wait a minute, is that Val Kilmer? No, it's Billy Bob Thornton. Oh man. Okay. Yep. Val Kilmer? No, I'm Billy Bob Thornton. Stop calling me Val Kilmer. Okay. Sorry, Billy. I didn't mean to conflate you with Val. Look that into trivia. Lock that into trivia? Or wait, what does that say? Lock. Should I lock that into trivia? Uh, what do you mean by lock? If you want, I guess you could. Uh, trivia. That's interesting. Trivia is always an interesting thing. Oh my. Hmm. What is this? X-Men 97. So they did a reboot of X-Men or a continuation. I don't know which one, but it started in 2024. I think I saw it a little bit. I watched it for a few minutes and then I stopped. I wasn't totally excited about it. But then again, I never was. Even though I like them, I don't watch X-Men a lot, but it's interesting. A little bit. Hmm. Hmm. What am I? What do I do? I'm an English teacher. Obviously. And I'm also a content creator, and I'm a farmer, and I'm a gardener, and a family historian. You know, I think I already, that's another thing. I think I already told you that. I think you already asked me that multiple times tonight. Like I tell you every time, and then you ask me again, what do you do? And I tell you, and then you ask me again, what do you do? And I tell you, and then you ask me again. It seems like you may have asked me the same question multiple times. It's possible. So, playing trivia on my phone. I'm asking you what was the character. Oh. No, not the icebreaker. Sorry. I forgot. I forgot the details. I'm conflating things again for some reason. His name was Iceman. Okay, let me Google it. I'm pretty sure it was the Iceman. Wait, hold on. Let me try to remember. Let's see. Iceman? Yeah, it was the Iceman. Yeah. I was the icebreaker, but he was the Iceman. Hmm. Okay, that's what happened. Oh man. That's interesting. I can't believe I got that wrong. I had to think about it. Sweet Art and somebody else. Somebody calling me Unk. Andrea is here. It's a pretty simple question. All you had to do is Google it. That's how I got the answer. I just Googled it. It's very easy. You ask AI, the AI will tell you. On your phone. Is your phone broken? I wonder. Some people struggle with those things. Okay, let's see. Strategizing. What can I do with my limited time? Paradise is here. What in the world? Paradise? No, Paradise probably left already. That's too bad. I needed a Paradise. Paradise, why do you have to leave? Paradise, come back. Harvey, come back. Dirk, Stir, come back. Look at me. A face only a mother could love. A face only a mother could love. Look, what happened to my chin? What happened to my jaw? Huh? I swear I do not look like this. It's the camera. I swear. With my Care Bear. My Care Bear. I swear. With my Care Bear. Okay, I think I know what I want to do now. I have decided. I mean, I already knew this, but for some reason I wanted to think about it, even though there was nothing to think about. I think I'm gonna try to watch another episode of Rick and Morty. Wait, is there another episode? I don't even know. Don't even know if there is another episode. Maybe there isn't. Oh man. Wait a minute, there might not be another episode. 908, was that the last episode? Rick and Morty, let me look it up. Oh, okay. Episode 9, episode 10. Okay, so there are apparently 2 more episodes. 2 more episodes, so I'll do episode 9. Episode 10 is probably the last for the season. And will they have another season? I don't know. Oops. Uh-oh. Let me try that again. Let me... oh, man. Let me start over. Oh, man, that was difficult. Oh, no. The principal is talking to them. Wow. Wow, Rick. They're expelled. Wow, now everybody's muted. Wow. Ah, man. Hold on. Oh, man. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get this started. Get this party started on a Saturday night. He turned the principal into a carrot. Hold on. Okay. What am I doing? Oh. Oh. Here's the intro, everybody. Bye. Ba da 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 da. Ba. Ba da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. How about that? How about that? Hmm. Um. You have to have a high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. Really? Rick and Morty. Really? You have to have an I. So are you trying to say that I have a really high IQ? I also enjoyed The Way Home. That's another good one. Um, it's really difficult to say whether or not one needs a really high IQ or not. Um, to understand a lot of something, you, a high IQ probably helps. And so it's just more of a question of how much of something you can understand. That's why they say that, man. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, like it's fast paced, and they do throw a lot at you. Rick and Morty, Rick and Morty 909. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, spoiler review. Oh. Rick and Morty 909 spoiler review. They get expelled from school because of Rick's tech that influences or affects the students and the staff. So Rick comes in and turns the principal into a carrot, and then he runs off with the kids, Morty and his sister, man, sister, his sister. They go off somewhere. Where are they? Let me see. Where are they? They're somewhere. They must be on some alien planet at the moment. Meanwhile, the mother is high as a kite, rolling up the carpet. Oh, the father is high too. What's his name again? High forever. They're gonna be high forever. Oh my. Smoogle.com instead of Google. Planet Mars. Is that where they are? Is that where the kids are? Yeah. Whoa, they have to go down the stairs. This is gonna be very difficult when you're as high as a kite. How are you gonna go? Wow, he's stumbling down the stairs. Carrots. Farmer Rick with carrots. Carrot people. He has carrot people. Plexix 5. Time to drink tea. You may enter me, said the transparent slug alien. Oh my, it's a spaceship. And they're going out into space. It's not real pretzels? Are you people high? Said the slug in space. Oh my. Oh no, what are they gonna do? Oh no, what's happening here? People are saying that this season of Rick and Morty is the best in years. It kind of felt off after season 4, and I stopped watching. Season 9 is really good, and I really enjoyed season 9. A lot of good episodes in season 9. Yeah, I think it is better than the last few seasons in some ways. I mean, I always find every episode interesting, but I'm a little bit different than a lot of people. But this season does seem to be more um, like a faster pace and more just more like crazier in a lot of ways. I think it was slower at times in previous seasons. It started getting slower and not as shocking or whatever. And so now it seems like it's back. That Rick and Morty is back. It seems like every episode is a home run in season 9. Every episode seems to be really unique. Right now they're just like they're partying. Morty and his sister. And it's like spring break with aliens. And they try to party and party day after day. They're partying on some alien planet with all these alien creatures. A fart baby? Oh my. Just another baby. Oh no. Um, Solar opposites. You want me to watch solar opposites? Maybe I will. Let me probably write that down. Solar opposites. Solar opposites. On my watch list now. I'm watching Rick and Morty. Trying to remember. Beth. The mother is Beth. The whole entire planet is a mall? Oh my. They wanted to buy something and it's all locked. It's locked up so you have to get a staff to open it. You press a button and the staff is going to come and you see a hologram screen of the associative staff that's going to come. And so the staff is coming, the alien staff is going to come. And you see them walking, but then hops on a bus and then gets off the bus. And you're like, okay, all right. He must be here now. But then he hops on the airplane because that's how far away he is. Nobody wants Grandpa? What? Rick and his sister at a bar. It's unhappy hour. Gotta go, carpe diem. Carpe diem. 12, that's the phone number? Oh my. Uh-oh. Everybody is high. And now even Rick is high. There are some really crazy episodes in season 9. They're so crazy. They blew my mind away. They were so crazy. Rick and Morty is like one of my probably my favorite cartoon ever. 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 Man. Ever. Uh-oh. The portal didn't work. Morty. Oh my. Rambo. Let's take back this camp. Oh yeah, they're on a camp planet. They're on a special camp planet where parents leave their unwanted kids at to live at a camp forever. Oh my. Cool horse. Like a camel. Cool horse. Like cool camel. Joe Camel. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I do want to do the next episode. I don't know if I should, but I want to. I want to do the last episode of the season. Bring it on. Who is Stuart? Practice your pronouns. Funeral hop. Oh my. Episode 10. Funeral hopping. Okay, so this episode is about going to your own funeral. Going to your own funeral. Interesting concept. Going to your own funeral. Different timelines. Parallel universes. Oh my. Everybody loved Morty, and they're at Morty's funeral. But this is wow. Morty's dad said, "When I die, I will kill God for taking my son." Hmm. Oh my. Unbelievable. Uh. You have too much metal in you, Morty. I didn't put it in there. So. I have a feeling there must be a twist to this episode. The twist must be that they seem to be good on the outside, but they're not, and they're really terrible people on the inside in this parallel dimension, where it looks like Morty's parents are amazing, but really they're not in this parallel timeline. Probably. Popsicles? Wow, break your gun. This can be your life. Wow. Wow. Okay. The portal gun is broken. Morty is stuck in this universe. And now his other dad is going after him. This is like Coraline. This is like the movie from 2009. Coraline. I remember that. Coraline. Wow, so Rick works at a university. Oh man, Rick is at an AA meeting. Oh my. Morty is just there. Oh my. Oh man. Mm. A gun that turns you into a a type of dog that's like a what do you call that? With a long neck, short legs, long body. Weird. That was the end of the episode. Oh my. Wow, the AI summary on TikTok is terrible. Wooey. Yow. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my, what an ending. I don't know if I can put that to words, but basically, that last episode is. There was another Morty that tells this Morty that you could hop universes and go to your own funeral in other universes, and Morty does that. Morty accidentally meets his own family in another universe and becomes friends with them, and they keep on saying come back, come back, and he enjoys being with them, and they seem to be perfect unlike his own, and eventually he goes off on a retreat with his dad, his other dad in the other universe. But then he finds out that his dad is crazy and he starts to run away. He finds out that the other Morty was also trying to run away, and maybe that's why he died. And then he runs into the other Rick. So Morty runs into the other Rick, who is he's a professor and he has a wife, and eventually gets him to create a portal gun. But then that was turning anything like even a dog inside out and tearing things apart, and so the portal didn't really work, and eventually there's a fight at the end with the parents in that universe, and then everybody's like dead except for Morty. And then as soon as that happens, then a bunch of Ricks and Mortys appear from different universes, and they're coming in to try to take whatever they want. It's almost like a yard sale, and so they hop in whenever that kind of thing happens. They just hop in to take whatever, first come first serve, and one of them took Morty back home. And then he's back home, and then he's doing a motorcycle ride with his Rick. And his Rick is like, say you're my son. Say I'm your father, even though he's actually his grandpa. And then Morty says that to Rick, okay. And they're riding on the motorcycle into the sunset, having a crazy time. And then after the credits, there's the pencil man who says woo-wee, and they're doing some kind of science experiment, or somebody is, and trying to, or maybe his wife has him captured, and then there's an explosion, and then he disappears, and that's the end. Wow. I don't know what to say. But I don't know what to say about that. But that was the end. And now I'm just trying to drink all my tea. And, yeah. Okay. So that's the end. 200, I got 200 likes on the TikTok live stream. I'm still in this phase where I want to say a bunch of stuff that I want to say. And I don't even know if I should say it. But I try to say a bunch of stuff because I want to say it even if nobody else wants me to say it, kind of thing. And I have that desire sometimes. And sometimes that's a good thing. And sometimes it's not. Yeah, of course. Of course. Ooh, I'm thinking about live streaming on Facebook. I have not live streamed on Facebook in a long time. In a long time. In a real long time. How many years has it been? 9 years probably? Probably. 10 years maybe? I'm not sure. 2016, 2017, something like that. Maybe 2017? Because I probably went live on Facebook. I mean, I did. When I was in Vietnam, I would go live. I do want to rant about stuff, and some of the stuff that I've already talked about, and some of it's probably going to be new and stuff, but I'm also out of time. Oh, Timcast? What did the Timcast talk about? Do I even want to... Do I want to look at it? Did they do a live stream? Iran suspected of attack. Okay, that's problematic. Okay, I don't know if I want to talk about this. I mean, of course, I want to talk about it, but problematic. Okay, so if you say that country was doing cyber attacks um, on in infrastructure in America, who to say it was? It could have been another country. Could have been anybody. And it could be a trap. Could be a trap. People have talked about that, including Alex. The people have talked about that for many years. That is an easy thing to do. Or not easy, but it's something that people do. So it's like you do something that's terrible, like a cyber attack, and then you blame it on whoever you want, whoever you want to fight, whoever you want other people to go after, and you say, "Hey, they did it. Let's go get them. Let's go take them down. Let's go take them down." Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Cash brew coffee. Cash crew. What? Cash brew coffee. Oh, is that what you got? Hmm. Smash that like button and subscribe. David Bazell. Tom Anderson of MySpace said he's coming back to revamp MySpace to compete with Facebook, to return MySpace back to the glory days. Oh my. Libby. Danielle. Julie Mestine. Okay. All right. All right. Ah. Ooh. Oh, Ian is here. Oh, what? Ian? Ian is here. Ian on Timcast. Oh my. Hmm. Water systems like Minnesota? Hmm. Why would they attack Minnesota? Iran wouldn't attack Minnesota. Hmm. Hmm. Dookie52. Hey, I'm watching Tim. I'm watching Tim on YouTube. Tyler, I'm watching Tim on YouTube and brushing my teeth. Patatas is here. I'm watching Tim on YouTube. Oh, Tim was working for ABC. Hmm. Tim Pool was working for ABC. Uh, so Tim worked for ABC, which is under Disney now, and I think, and there was a story about bad water in Flint, Michigan. He had water tested, and it seemed to be not that bad or similar to other water from other states. And they decided not to publish it because everybody else said there was a problem, and they thought they would look like a fool because there must have been a reason why other news outlets were saying that there was a problem. This was around 10 years ago. Mm. Wow. Oh no, the meat popsicle. Mm. I'm gonna have to say good morning and good night. I'm actually gonna go to bed really soon. But yeah, I was watching Rick and Morty, and and it was really crazy. Wow. Um. Hmm. 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 Oh my. Hmm. Oh my. Hmm. 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 What am I doing? Hmm. It's like a mouthwash. Peppermint. Hmm. What is this called? Relief MD. Mm. Well, it's probably past my bedtime. Hmm. Okay, if you don't mind, I think I'm gonna end this. I'll see you later. Hmm.